Who cares if the furnace is out? That's doing it right there. I'm gonna have to lose a layer.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Let me turn up the volume for you. Ooh, it's almost too hot, huh?
There's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you warm and worry-free with the Advantage program for just one low monthly payment.
Guys, come back, I'm doing s'mores. That's nice. Who cares if the furnace is out? That's doing it right there. I'm gonna have to lose a layer.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Let me turn up the volume for you. Ooh, it's almost too hot, huh?
There's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you warm and worry-free with the Advantage program for just one low monthly payment.
Guys, come back, I'm doing s'mores.
Sometimes curling just isn't as fun as it can be on the Nintendo Switch. With up to 4 players per console, you can enjoy curling with your friends and family anywhere, anytime. Let's play curling. Available now only on Nintendo Switch.
Welcome to the CBC Mixed Doubles Super Series, coming to you live from Leduc, Alberta. It is the Service Expert Shootout. This is semifinal number 2. Tyrel Griffith and Nancy Martin just wrapping up their pregame practice. They will be taking on Jenny Perret and Martin Rios from Switzerland. Mike Harris alongside Kim Tuck. And Kim, we've got 2 teams here coming in. 2 of the best in the business. We got Martin and Griffith coming in off a win at the Ali Jenkins, and of course, former world champions in Perret and Rio. Should be a good battle.
Yeah, you got 2 teams with lots of experience and well established in mixed doubles, so I expect this to be a really good game.
Both teams were 4-0, so they do a draw to the button to determine who has last rock in the first end. They each get to throw 1 stone. And we can tell you that Perret and Rios in their first stone had a very similar total to this one. And then basically threw a very similar shot. So I would say slight advantage to Martin and Griffith here for the moment. And then Tyrel's going to need to get a good chunk of the button if they want to have hammer in the first end. How has the ice been all week so far, Kim?
It's been pretty consistent. There's 8 sheets of ice here at the Leduc Curling Club, running about 16 hog to hog at the quickest. Does have a couple of spots that do curl a little bit less if you get outside the line. You're about edge at 8 to get around the center guards, and a little bit slower headed towards the glass. So something that teams will have to be aware of as they head into the later ends.
So Tyrel Griffith with his draw attempt on its way. As I said, needs a good chunk of the button in order to have the hammer. Working hard on this one.
Yeah, this one looks like it might be short, though.
Not going to get there. So it will be the Swiss duo who will have the last rock advantage in end number 1. We're ready to get things underway here. Winner of this game will head into the finals at 4 p.m. local time, taking on Carrie Anderson and Brad Jacobs, who look very strong in their win against Lisa Weigel and John Epping. That game wrapped up about an hour ago. Two stones will be pre-positioned here. So Kim, you can talk a little bit about the rock selection. They are allowed to mix up the 8 stones that are on the sheet. Is that correct? During the game at any time?
Yeah, so there's 5 rocks that the teams will throw each. There'll be 2 at the home end that sit, and then 1 at the far end, which is the stones you see them setting up right now. The teams are allowed to swap them out at the end of the end. So if they run across something they're not happy with or whatnot, they are able to utilize all 8 rocks. However, they're only allowed to throw 5 at a time.
Important detail.
Yeah. Sometimes you wish you had an extra 1 or 2.
So Nancy Martin will get things underway for us here in semifinal number 2.
So they'll be disappointed they don't have hammer, but the nice thing about mixed doubles, it doesn't dictate the end as much as it does in 4-person curling. So if Nancy can get a nice one here in the top of the 4-foot, they'll control this end.
Griffith trying to make this move a little. And this is Jenny Perret. He won the World Championship in 2017 and then won a silver medal in Pyeongchang. Lost had a first Olympic final in mixed doubles to John Morris and Caitlin Laws of Canada.
Yeah, these two have been together for a long time.
Yeah, in 16 seconds, that's a hog-to-hog time, and that is very fast.
Yeah, it's quick. It probably won't stay there for the whole duration of the game, but the start of the game, it's definitely at its fastest.
So Tyrel Griffith, he was one of the first call it high level players to really dedicate full on to mixed doubles. Quit recently, played lost the Olympic trials final and the Brier final way back in 2013, 2014, playing with Jim Cotter and John Morris and that crew, and has been playing mixed doubles with Nancy for quite a number of years now as well. So a well-established team here.
Yeah. And they played a lot of events throughout the years, so they've got lots of games under their belts together for sure.
Falling back 8-foot weight, so this is just not going to make the move it needs to. So overthrown quite badly there from Rios.
I hear a lot of really good commentary and communication between Nancy and Tyrel. They're always on the same page, always talking about where to hit it, what the ice is doing. So really good example of how to communicate between mixed doubles pairs.
Just didn't quite have the weight, but that's lined up nicely out front, and that will provide some difficulty for the Swiss duo. Talking red, red, yellow, so try to run the top red into the one on the button, lose the middle yellow at the back, and spin everything else out of play is the call. Perret and Rios are just so matter of fact with each other out there. They've been together so long that
Yeah.
you know, they kind of wear their heart on their sleeve out there.
Yeah, you
Even if
almost
you're
wonder.
Swiss-
Sorry, go ahead.
No, even if your Swiss German isn't very good, you'll know exactly what's going on with this duo.
Yeah. Oof.
That was the call. We couldn't do much else. Didn't take much convincing there to play the draw.
No. And Nancy and Tyrel are, similar style in the sense that they also play that kind of quieter tap, set things up type of a mixed doubles game. Tyrell's very capable of making the run backs and the big shots, but they do like to move the rocks around a little bit in the house.
They would try not to line up at where it over curls and freezes. Right into the pocket would be good. That's pretty good.
Yeah. We've played Nancy and Tyrel lots of times, and Tyrel makes a ton of shots.
Well, so there'll be a slight opportunity here for Perret and Rios. They can tap this on the nose, get that back red out of the 8-foot, and there might be something on their last to score a big end. But this needs to get somewhere near the nose in order for that to happen. Trying to make this move. And that is huge trouble now for Perret and Rios.
Just another example we talked about in the earlier broadcast, just about that line. If you're just that little bit heavy, it just doesn't make that move.
This is a conservative play, I would say. I think if they really wanted to they really wanted to put the pressure on, they could freeze right to that top red. The challenge is if you leave it open a bit, you could leave a shot for Perret and Rios. So this is a conservative play. Just play the double on the 2 yellows on the outside edge of the 4-foot. Roll away and okay, so go ahead, give it a try.
I might be inclined to play that, come around that center guard in there again, but yeah, the risk of leaving them something easier for a bunch is very high.
This got to be close. That will prevent the in-off. So how do you only give up 1 now? And it's not easy. They've got to play a quiet weight tap, nudge that stone at the back of the 4-foot, and keep your shooter around near the top of the button. So they need to move it to about a foot and a half.
They'll need to come close to the guard, so line might be an issue here.
Kind of back 4-foot, back 8-foot weight. Last rock underway here, and end number 1 from Jenny Perret, looking to cut down Martin Griffith. Trying to make a move now. Will it curl enough? It will not. So great start here for Martin and Griffith. They will steal 2 in end number 1. We'll be back with the second end after the break.
Who cares if the furnace is out? That's doing it right there. I'm gonna have to lose a layer.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Let me turn up the volume for you. Ooh, it's almost too hot, huh?
There's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you warm and worry-free with the Advantage program for just 1 low monthly payment.
Guys, come back, I'm doing s'mores.
Second end of play from the Service Experts Shootout. Semifinal number 2 at the Leduc Curling Club. It's live action. Nancy Martin and Tyrel Griffith stealing 2 in the first end against Perret and Rios. Both of these teams undefeated so far. So Kim, I know you and your husband Wayne were there for the week. The Leduc community embraced the event nicely, and I'm sure lots of great things being said about the mixed double super series here on CBC.
Yeah, the facility in Leduc is amazing. They've got 2 hockey pads, basketball court, turf court. They've got a pool. So there was lots of going on all weekend with hockey tournaments and stuff. And there was a lot of people actually gathering behind the glass and watching. So it's good exposure to get to have it here at the Leduc Curling Club. And lots of fans came out to watch the action yesterday. So it was great to see. And I know all the curlers are super excited about the mixed doubles super series and all the events that they're going to get to play in across the country. So it's great to see, and hopefully it'll keep mixed doubles growing in Canada.
I know in this particular event there was maybe more of a Canadian content than we've had at some of our other events. The European Championships going on right now in Östersund, Sweden. That took a few of our mixed doubles competitive teams out of the mix here, but I know in Winnipeg they're expecting a full contingent of international teams to join us there December 1st to 4th.
Yeah, we had the team from Poland here this weekend, so it was nice to see them out. And we played both Jenny and Martin, and also Harry and Carolina from Estonia over here as well. So some good teams still, and it's nice to see all the countries coming across and playing in these events.
We talked about the tap on the yellow or playing the out turn tap, and Martin said the freeze is also good, but would love to get rid of one of those reds and keep his two yellows in front would be nice. Martin just saying it doesn't look like a lot of ice. And that is another error for Martin Heavy. That's kind of 3 of his first 4 rocks so far. Not been great.
Yeah, they're definitely chasing Nancy and Tyrel right now.
So here, the Logic just guarded up. Not much available on the other side of the sheet. Just trying not to leave a port. Looks like they're going to run that red back.
You should see some white come through on this one. Martin can definitely throw it hard.
That was a little unlucky, actually.
An opportunity here for Martin and Griffith to really put the pressure on.
Don't see much other options here for them.
I think you're hoping to try to remove some of those out of the forfeit anyway, just to give Jenny an opportunity to potentially have a chance to score.
Looking at hitting a third of that red across the top of the one on the button, send it straight back. Maybe get rid of 2 reds. Middle one's always going to be tough to get out of play. It's a big shot. Needs to do some damage up the middle here. There's almost a guaranteed steal in the mix again here.
Yeah. Steal of multiple. Doesn't love it. Oof.
And again, just along the top.
Yeah.
So anything in the top 4 for your Kim, like, I don't know, it's going to be maybe a steal of 2 potentially guaranteed.
Yeah.
Or they'll have to run that yellow in that's out on the hardline logo.
Even at that, I think they'd be hard pressed to even get rid of 2, right?
Yes.
So as long as Nancy gets this around and doesn't, leave it open or chop off the guard, they should be in a good situation to potentially get at least 2.
That was really well swept.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you give up only 1? Probably just draw the 4-foot, slide of the 4-foot, or do you run something in? I can't imagine running that high yellow guard in.
And there's definitely no port through those 2 guards. Like you couldn't throw anything like, back hackish type weight. I don't think there's a port there.
Now they would do well to give up 1 here.
Yeah. So probably a draw full 4, put it on the T line. I think.
Yeah, I didn't see the indication. Looks like they're looking on the either the run back or that port, Kim. All right, here we come, folks. This is a big shot. Not easy.
She must be playing the tap.
That is going to over curl. So a huge start here for
Wow.
Martin and Griffith. They're going to jump out ahead 5-0 quickly over the former world champions. We'll be back. The third end of play after the break.
That's nice. Who cares if the furnace is out? That's doing it right there. I'm gonna have to lose a layer.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Let me turn up the volume for you. Ooh, it's almost too hot, huh?
There's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you warm and worry-free with the Advantage program for just 1 low monthly payment.
Guys, come back, I'm doing s'mores.
Third end of action underway, the service expert shootout. And Kim, we in our last match, we saw 2 late uses of the power play and mostly in a defensive mode, certainly the last one. But after getting down 5-0, you did say in that previous ad that sometimes teams use the power play early in the games if they get down. And what's Perret and Rios looking for here?
Yeah, so they're looking to try to at least get 2 on the board, potentially a 3. So they're just trying to switch it up, change up the momentum, do something different, and hope that they can put some points on the board.
Yeah, it's really been all Martin Griffith so far, and a lot of it due up the middle with Rios coming a little heavy on his stones early in the ends, and they just have not been able to recover from those little mistakes.
It's really important, to try to keep those rocks in front of the tee line in the first part of that end. But even when you're making those taps and shots like that, you have to be able to get something out of every shot. And with him being heavy on quite a few and them not curling, they're just basically not got nothing out of each of them, which put them in so much trouble really right away quick.
So heard the logic. Play the freeze, and the double on the 2 yellows is available if they need it. Still cannot play a takeout yet.
Nancy tried to play the tick on her first one and didn't quite hit it hard enough, but still moved it out of the way so that you could access that rock on the tee line.
So yeah, the 2 yellows that are exposed can get by the corner guard and hit those 2 yellows in the middle and get rid of them both. Rios, in the meantime, looking for the tap.
He's definitely been struggling with the line on his shots. Like, they're just not curling enough for him.
Looks like a very thin half to me, like maybe close to a third or a quarter. But there you go.
Couple options though.
Well, even if you get rid of the 1, you always have that wide double.
Yeah.
A big weight coming. Got rid of 2, so good shot there.
Yeah.
That yellow is still open on the outside. 2 or 3 still in the mix here now for Perret and Rios. Need to be good though.
Yeah, they really need to make sure to try to get their 2. One, still doesn't really get them back into the game, I don't think. It is early, but
Line's good. Pretty well done.
yep. I'd say that's a win for him since, like I said, some of his rocks just haven't been getting that finish.
Yeah, I heard them say just can't afford to get near that guard.
No.
Nice shot there from Tyrel.
Mm-hmm. Nice management
Shot
of the
stone.
quiet weight.
If Rios can make the roll here, still chance for 3. That's a pretty good effort.
Yeah.
Didn't quite get the inside roll.
Yeah, it's still a tough shot here for Nancy. She takes the guard that, Jenny's got a shot for 3. If she leaves a little roll out, Jenny will draw for her 2 probably. So I like what Tyrel's saying. Just, make sure it goes away. Don't get too cute with it.
Yeah, the nose hit is available, but you only do that by mistake. You'd have to get pretty close to the guard to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, good weight. That was very safe.
Yeah.
So well-used power play here gives Perret and Rios a shot for 2. But Martin and Griffith are going to be feeling pretty good here. Going to be up at least 3 with the hammer as they head into the 4th end.
And their opponents have already used their power play. So now you're going to go into the later end with just your power play left.
So final stone here at end number 3 on its way. Jenny Perret looking to get on the board, get with a 2nd point. Already have 1 secured. Rios just cleaning it in and no mistake at all. But Martin and Griffith up 5-2 here after 3 ends of play, and they'll have the hammer when we come back.
That's nice. Who cares if the furnace is out? That's doing it right there. I'm gonna have to lose a layer.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Let me turn up the volume for you. Ooh, it's almost too hot, huh?
There's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you warm and worry-free with the Advantage program for just one low monthly payment.
Guys, come back, I'm doing s'mores.
The roaring game. We all love it, but sometimes curling just isn't as fun as it can be on the Nintendo Switch. Don't get stuck in your curling club this year. Learn the game inside and out. Play for your favorite country and take the curling world by storm. With up to 4 players per console, you can enjoy curling with your friends and family anywhere, anytime. Let's play curling. Available now only on Nintendo Switch.
Fourth end of play of the Service Experts Shootout, coming to you live from Leduc, Alberta. World champions Perret and Rios struggling early, first couple of ends, giving up 5 stolen points to Martin and Griffith. And this is the first time in this game that Martin and Griffith do have last rock advantage. But a good start there from Nancy Martin. She just drew right to the top of the button and no trouble at all.
Jenny and Martin are going to be chasing again this end.
Yeah, Martin Rios' story so far just been struggling with the weight control. Heavy a couple of times in the first 2 ends and coming up well light here in the fourth. So that's been the difference so far, I would say.
Yeah, 100%. It's really hard when you're struggling with draw weight too, to try to find it with only 2 people out there. You don't have anybody else doing times. You don't have sweepers to bounce things off of. So it can be a real struggle when you don't have a feel for draw weight.
You mentioned in our earlier semifinal, coming towards the glass and the even ends, slightly slower feeling.
Yeah, the rocks just seem to kind of dig in a little bit sooner. Just a little thicker ice at that end, so is a little bit uphill.
And for those of you wondering, that is actually not that unusual at curling clubs. Quite often it's a foot or 2 heavier going one way versus the other. So not something curlers wouldn't have seen in their travels over the years. But it does take some trust. And I think to your point, Cam, when you don't have 4 people out there confirming what you're seeing, it's a little bit more difficult to pick it up sometimes.
Yeah, you just don't see the pass, and you try to take times, and with the sweepers being if you've got a sweeper, but it's just really hard to try to find that draw weight back when you just don't have anybody else to really bounce anything off of.
Trying to get by the stone of the top four. Didn't quite. They ended up in a good spot, though. Double peel is a really good call.
I like the double peel too.
Basically accepting a score of 1 here by playing the guard, I think.
Yeah. Maybe a scoreboard call?
Yeah, with a 3-point lead, make sure they don't give up any steals. Seems wise. Well, that was the call. We'll see what Perret and Rios select to play now. They're talking about hitting that red right on the nose. Kim sending it straight back onto their yellow.
Would unlock those in the back button. If you don't make it, though.
So not going to whip it. They're going to throw it quietly. The red that was just thrown straight back onto the corner of their yellow at the top 4 foot into the one on the button. Not easy. But with the weight they're throwing, probably not a ton of risk either.
Need to change something up for sure. Is that in off there now, Mike? So Nancy and Tyrel just going to put the guard back up here. Not sure if that in-off is available for Jenny on her last. So talking about playing the draw to try to cut them down. Or just leave them to their one, I guess. I don't think you can get to the buttons. So the only other option, if it's there, would be potentially be that.
Yeah, I don't think Rios thinks the hit and roll's in there. I don't think he thinks it's available.
And I don't think you can get around that guard and bump that yellow enough.
No, nor do I.
I don't even know if you can draw around there.
You could guard that red on the right and take everything away. I don't think there's a draw.
Yeah.
They're going to play the run again, it looks like. Run that guard that was just thrown straight back. Almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
To leave them a
Try
draw
that in
hole
off
now?
for a big end now?
Yeah. Can you get through the port with like backline weight and or hack weight and pop that yellow?
Yeah, that might be there too. Well, this will be exciting. Anyway, Kim, come off that wide one for a big end.
Even if she just gets it out of the 4-foot, it's 3.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely gonna have to throw this hard. These are pretty flat straight bands.
A little wide, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be one red, and Martin and Griffith will take a 6-2 lead into the fourth end break here at the Service Expert Shootout in Leduc.
That's nice. Who cares if the furnace is out? That's doing it right there. I'm gonna have to lose a layer.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Let me turn up the volume for you. Ooh, it's almost too hot, huh?
There's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you warm and worry-free with the Advantage program for just one low monthly payment.
Guys, come back, I'm doing s'mores.
Oh, and number 5 underway here, and first half of this second semifinal at the Service Expert Shootout in Leduc has been all Martin Griffith so far. Perret and Rios, with only 4 ends left to come back in this one, have some serious work to do.
It's not an impossible task, that's for sure, but they definitely need a little bit more from Martin on those 3 middle rocks.
Good start from Nancy, right on the button.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just trying to unlock that freeze situation on the button.
Actually, and behind Tyrel is the team from Poland.
Yeah, it was great to see Poland get readmitted into the World Curling Federation family too earlier this year. So I'm not sure what had happened previously, but they're back, which is great.
Not exactly what they call, but still doing what it needs to do.
So looking to get into the button area on the intern side. As you said, Kim, Martin needs to make some shots up the middle here for the Swiss duo. And struggles continue.
Mm-hmm.
I like throwing guards. That's always a good sign.
Yeah.
When you don't have last rock.
Especially in mixed doubles. If you're throwing guards, then you've got things pretty locked up in the forfeit.
Well, what do you like now?
Well, I think they need to try to get something on that side that they could potentially use. But I mean, I don't know that it's curling enough to get all the way around, onto even a quarter onto that yellow rock with that rock just above the 12 foot there. But they have to try to set something up on this side. It's really the only angle they have. That's a good shot.
That was really good. Really well done.
Yeah, they needed him to do that.
Lonely red in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes the best guards are not the one in the rings.
Very true. This is a bit scary, actually, this draw. Oof, just enough.
Yeah, almost got in trouble there with that one.
Yeah.
Just checking the angles on this out turn again, or looking at the run back here. I'm not sure what I like.
Well, if they can hit anything of that top yellow, it automatically goes right into the red and should remove it from play. But I don't, it's hard to tell, but I almost wonder if they could still get at it with like a control weight without having to go in, having to play this.
Right. I'm with you. Looks like you can
Like,
see a little bit of that yellow.
I think you can see what, like, I mean, you need to have enough weight to remove that red out of the button area, like into the forefoot. But I think you can see enough. If you get by, you made it. But maybe they see something a little bit different and trying to open it up for. But you're almost past that point too now. Oh. Oh. Okay, I didn't see that. I will be honest, I did not see that.
Right?
That changes things.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, again, it's part of the whole mixed doubles. The appeal of mixed doubles, isn't it, Kim? There's always something
Yeah.
that can happen with so many rocks in play.
Yeah.
Yeah, just try to get another one in there. It's a good call. Yeah, that's the experience of Tyrel coming through. Just
Yeah.
just anywhere out front. And if the line's good, we get to the edge of the button. In good shape.
I think sometimes you get in such a like tunnel vision with like going into the 4 foot. So it's nice to just kind of have somebody that can take a step back and look at, the bigger picture and be like, okay, you know what? We could probably get away with this.
Right.
This one's not curling. Is that going to be a bump for 3?
Just heavy. Is it for 4, perhaps?
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty well buried. I mean, it's way behind that guard. There's a good look at it. If you look where the red guard is out front, you just paper the guard with back 8 foot. It might be for 4.
I agree. And it's a long guard, so I definitely think it's there. It's just getting that right, the line right.
Yes. You don't have to miss it by the guard by an inch either. You can get by 1.5 inches or so, and if the weight's good, it should move.
Yeah.
This is not moving.
Doesn't look very heavy either.
Missed the guard by a good foot. And this will be a disappointing single, I'm afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Just one. So opportunity missed there for Perret and Rios. Martin Griffith will be up 6-3 when we come back for the 6th end.
That's nice. Who cares if the furnace is out? That's doing it right there. I'm gonna have to lose a layer.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Let me turn up the volume for you. Ooh, it's almost too hot, huh?
There's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you warm and worry-free with the Advantage program for just one low monthly payment.
Guys, come back, I'm doing s'mores. That's nice. Who cares if the furnace is out? That's doing it right there. I'm gonna have to lose a layer.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Let me turn up the volume for you. Ooh, it's almost too hot, huh?
There's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you warm and worry-free with the Advantage program for just one low monthly payment.
Guys, come back, I'm doing s'mores.
This is the 6th end of semifinal number 2 from the Service Experts Shootout from Leduc, Alberta. The 3rd in the series, the Mixed Doubles Super Series here on CBC Gem. First 2 events of the season were held earlier with Bruce Mowat and Jen Dodds winning the inaugural event in the Ottawa region. And it was Martin Griffith who won event number 2 in Saskatoon 2 weeks ago. the Allie Jenkins Memorial. So very good showing by Martin and Griffiths again here this week, trying to get into their second final in a row. They're up 6-3 here in the sixth end with last rock, and interestingly have used their power play here, Kim.
Yeah, I think they're trying to put some extra points on the board, maybe put this game away right here in this end.
Yeah, they can get 2 points on the board here, get a 5-point lead with only 2 ends to play. They'd be in pretty good shape.
Recognizing that Martin and Jenny are struggling, so just really trying to take advantage of that. And yeah, if they get even more than 2, you may see Jenny and Martin shake.
Yeah, not much going right here so far for the
No.
former world champions. Martin Rios has actually won 2 world championships in this discipline, and said that silver medal they won in Pyeongchang. So very, very accomplished team.
Yeah, it's disappointing when you get into a semifinal or playoff action at an event and you have not a great game, but it does happen to the best of us. So this definitely doesn't define their abilities. That's for sure.
And it's not over yet. It's mixed doubles. Anything can happen. We've seen
True.
some crazier finishes than this. So trying to make the double on the 2 yellows out front, and make the 2 up the middle go away. So good self-awareness there from Tyrel, understanding that he moved it back on release. But this is the guard that Perret and Rios have been looking for.
Yeah, they can
Chance
get
to
one around.
buried. Yeah.
Jenny just wondering if they come around, can they come off of their own and get it? Or is she just talking about maybe just straight hit and roll?
Well, the question is, do you think that holding your opponents to 1 is okay in this situation? If it is, then the hit and roll is not the worst call. If you think you have to go full out for the steal, the draw is an easier shot.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Hitting and rolling out is not the best shot. I can tell you that.
No. I feel like I might have stuck with the draw. I mean, the score the way it is, yes, it's mixed doubles, but you really, really have to put points on the board every end moving, here on in. If you even have a chance to get closer. If they get 1 in this end, or if they stole 1, 6-4, it's a lot closer now.
I mean, this is a super conservative call here, though, from Tyrel and Nancy peeling this guard.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Totally.
going to peel, and then Rios and Perret they're going to freeze around that corner guard, and you're going to be forced to take one anyway.
Yeah.
If that's okay, then the obvious other call is just to come around the yellow. The button will always be open.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think this is ultra conservative.
Especially if you're playing the power play at this point in time in the game, you're playing it to put points on the board. So to even be, letting them off the hook like this seems kind of like a bit of a waste of using it.
Well, if Rios played the hit and roll on his first one, he should play the hit and roll on this one.
Yes.
No point playing the freeze now. Even rolling out, it's no big deal, but it'll be kind of one of those 2-on-1 situations where Tyrel's going to go around the corner and see if he can't get two.
This is one of those spots, though. You get a little bit out. It's not throwing lots of weight at it, though.
So 2 could still be there with a nice roll.
Yep.
Nice sportsmanship there from Tyrel. That would indicate that there would be a scratch on the ice when he says his slider picked. There would have been some debris under his slider as he was sliding out. So,
You never want to see anybody lose rocks, whether they're your own or your opponents, even on stuff like that.
So you see Martin just cleaning it up all the way into the hack. So try this hit and roll one more time.
Sweet mails out.
Pretty good.
Yeah, nice quiet weight. Great shot.
That's what everyone was looking for.
Nice shot,
Just needed
Jenny.
the right weight.
Shot.
So super conservative end here, played by Nancy Martin and Tyrel Griffith, trying to ensure they score their single, take a 4-point lead into the last 2 ends.
I'm thinking 3/4.
Okay. Yep. So this
So
will
if
be
we
a
get into that 8-foot line, it's just a little faster, right?
Yeah, if you go further, it'll be a little
Yeah,
faster.
just 3/4.
14-8.
That's light. That's light.
Not a great sign right out of the hand, so this needs to go. Needs the 8-foot. What a sweep from Tyrel, but it will not get there. So that is a big error from Griffith and Martin, where they will give up a steal using their power play. So with 2 ends left, it's now a 2-point game. Things have tightened up here in semifinal number 2.
That's nice. Who cares if the furnace is out? That's doing it right there. I'm gonna have to lose a layer.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Let me turn up the volume for you. Ooh, it's almost too hot, huh?
There's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you warm and worry-free with the Advantage program for just one low monthly payment.
Guys, come back, I'm doing s'mores.
The roaring game. We all love it, but sometimes curling just isn't as fun as it can be on the Nintendo Switch. Don't get stuck in your curling club this year. Learn the game inside and out. Play for your favorite country and take the curling world by storm. With up to 4 players per console, you can enjoy curling with your friends and family anywhere, anytime. Let's play curling. Available now only on Nintendo Switch.
We get in this spot.
Okay.
Seventh end of action, and things have tightened up considerably here at the Service Expert Shootout, coming to you from Leduc, Alberta.
I think we're all there.
Mike
Thanks,
Harris
Sophia.
and Kim
I'm
Tuck.
hot.
Oh,
And Kim, that is a rare
Look at the
scene
inside.
when you
Lucky,
use your power
lucky.
play
girl.
and end up
Lucky.
giving up a steal. So this has to give Perret and Rios a real sense of life with 2 ends to play.
Just release it.
Yeah, I definitely think that, regardless of what's happened in the first part of the game, they're not out of it. And if they can string a few shots together, we might find this goes right down to the 8th end, maybe into an extra. But a little confused on the purpose of the power play at that point in time with the lead like that. So especially to be so conservative with it and then to give up the steal, obviously that's not what they wanted for sure.
Yeah, may have wanted to wait an end or two to use that. I was a little surprised myself in the 6th, but not a bad play as long as you make sure you score. And they were doing all they could, but they were very, very conservative with how they played that. They had a chance on Tyrel's second zone of the end to kind of draw around it's a tight corner guard, but they could have got in there to lie 2 buried, and that conservative play. They were never going to score more than 1 with that strategy.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I feel like the reason, I get potential of what they called it for, being up for it. It's always nice to put, some more pressure on the board and points on the board and especially when the other team's struggling. But, you really needed to score 2 points or more for sure to accomplish that. Now they've just basically, like you said, given them a lifeline and they're back in it.
I mean,
And another conservative play here from Tyrel, just going to peel the
I want to
center.
score 2 here, right?
I just want to. Let's just get a point here. It's good.
Up 3?
Up 3 is pretty good.
Okay.
Just got to make sure we score. Take it,
Nancy's
steal
not
one.
convinced, but
No,
So we're-
Nancy's
we're
played a
up
lot of
3,
mixed
I guess.
doubles, so I don't know. She's probably been on the other end of giving up 4 to lose a game before, so she's her spidey senses are kicking in.
oh yeah. Well, listen, we mentioned this in previous broadcasts with this Perret Rios team. They took 4 coming home in the 8th end of the final World Championship final to win their title in 2017. So they know it can happen against some of the best teams in the world. And they're certainly going to be far ahead of where they were
And as
even
always,
2 ends ago.
64 to the 5th.
Oh yeah, I mean, after the second end, I think if you told them they'd be playing the 7th end down to, I think they'd be pretty happy.
Yeah, with 1 hammer each, right?
Yeah.
Really, essentially.
Vi still värd Tavara. Gör vi.
The only good news right now for Martin and Griffith is the angles are very good
Ja,
for
det är bara, men det skriver inte tätt.
for them.
Yeah.
The yellow, red, yellow up the center is not lined up nicely for the Swiss at all.
Ja, det. Sjansen står som Riese Bennetsen han ut med det.
Yeah, they'll have to try to
Vad syns du?
manufacture something by potentially moving these around a little bit. Try to create a bit of a wall back there so that, you know, Tyrel can't just blast them out.
Rios, they're talking about just hitting the red on the button. It's half open. They're talking about just playing the pick on the red. Like, happy to give up one here and take
Yep.
their chances 3 down.
They catch the red in the back forefoot on the way by.
They could, yeah, make the double.
Ik ga het zo min overleggen. I was all.
Maybe thinking it's easier for them to get 3 when they have hammer as opposed to try to steal.
Will it be by? No,
Oh,
just paper
just
their
by.
own.
Oh no.
That is a unfortunate break. And the problem is that the middle red really isn't going anywhere.
They
Chance.
almost made the line
Yeah,
better
just
for
wanted
them.
to rip that.
Oh
They
no.
freeze.
I don't think you rip anything here. Don't you hit and roll for a winger? If anything, Kim? Hit that
Mhm.
yellow and try to stay somewhere? I don't mind that.
I don't know.
If you're happy
Yeah,
with
hammer.
one and you rip that, they freeze, you're blasting that, I guess.
Yep.
But this could be, I mean, they're probably
I
playing
mean,
that.
yeah, if I don't make it good, I'm probably playing that. Here's perfect. There's pretty good too.
There's good.
I'm partial to hitting that yellow and rolling over to the side of the 12-foot. That's my
Draw us
first.
to- I think they want us to
Could
draw.
also do this. and
Yeah, I
kinda
like that
set
too, I think.
3.
Don't mind that. Yeah.
Put the pressure on.
Okay. Hit and roll the wing.
And if we tick that to there and roll here, that's okay too.
Okay. Try and hit and roll just the kicker on the side. For the
Just like
boat.
a hack waiter.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're hitting the back
Sure.
one, which is a little
like
surprising.
this?
to me, but
Just gotta make sure we're not sticking there. They gotta roll it out. So.
Agreed.
Yeah, it doesn't go
Better
clean,
than roll
right?
out.
Like
You
they're
love
gonna
this?
tick that on the way
Yeah, I
by.
like it. I don't mind it. They're playing the tap, and then we'll have something to hit on the next.
Okay.
yeah, I think best case scenario, they hit this yellow, roll to the side of the 8-foot, and they might kick their other red to the other side of the 8-foot on the opposite side.
Gotta go.
That would be their
Right here,
probably
Vic.
best result.
Okay. Yep. Gotta go. Gotta go. Whoa. Yep. Gotta roll away. Yep. See, whoa. Good.
Okay.
That's good.
That was the exact call.
That's pretty good.
It'd be interesting to see what happens after that.
Try a little bit.
I agree with you. I think that top yellow was probably more of the issue stone than that back one.
What's wrong?
Thanks.
You just get the feeling it's going to be either one or handshakes, one of the two.
Yeah,
It's going to
exactly.
be.
Real perfect.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh! Oh!
Okay.
They're hard.
Well,
Yeah.
here's that nose double
Yeah,
and could
I
get
both
good live
eyes.
3.
It's okay. 3/4 high?
Yeah.
Just really firm?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Just need to make sure they get rid of both yellows here.
Yep.
Just a hair.
Right on the
Yeah,
nose
3/4 high
would
should
be
do
really
it.
close.
Yeah.
Lose the one on the back of the button. Shooter would stay. And the one on the outside of the 8-foot is the other one to watch once they send this yellow back. See if it gets
Yep.
taken out as well.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Uh-oh.
Almost fell.
Bad slide
Yep.
there from Tyrel.
I don't know.
Don't know.
Whoa, 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 right there, right there.
Well, that acts as a little bit of a catcher at the back, so
Just play the little tap and
Worst case,
try to
vi
sit
något
two,
som kommer där.
or just
Vet du även ni?
hard not to leave an angle, but
Saga. Smooth curl spetsen aus zwei links. Nehme ich an.
what a turnaround. No idea. Like this was all Martin Griffith the first 3 or 4 ends, and all of a sudden they've really just gone to a very conservative tact here, Kim, and it's not paying off at all.
it is really hard to defend a lead in mixed doubles. And it's almost like when you try to make that switch to the conservative game, you get yourself in trouble. Whereas if you just stick on like full on offense, just keep playing the way you've been playing, it's hard to do because your brain is already still going back to, trying to remove stuff. But it really is a hard task to do in mixed doubles.
Vänta för er.
Han blir Rios.
Det måste över curl.
Tia! Tia! What is Tia?
Sorry, Jenny.
That was a bad sweeping error. Jenny wanted him to sweep for line. Now they've left the nose hit.
Good.
Might be for 3.
I think so.
Because
You can
it goes
afford to
back
hit on
onto the
this
one in
side.
the back 12.
Agreed. But you want to hit it pretty, just a hair low. And then this hopefully goes to here.
I think I can afford to be like 2/3 even.
Yeah.
This is gonna go, that's sticking there. We lose my shooter, that's okay.
Like close to nose, because you don't have as much momentum. Hitting it on this side might drag it a bit this way. So I think close to nose to get the most action. It's already got the angle, so a hair low, an inch low is I think really good. You don't need like
Interesting.
just a nice smooth peel really.
Okay.
Very interesting shot here. This
Shooter
is
likely
could
will
be
end
for
up counting
3.
one, so I think hitting it right on the
I'm
nose.
just
or
looking
inch
at
low.
the body
An inch low
language
is
of
good.
Perret and Rios in the background.
Your
Jenny's not
parents
even looking at Mark.
I know. He tried to give her a fist pump and she was almost like, I'm doing it, but I don't want to.
Nope.
Right where you want to hit it or an inch less. Okay.
I feel her pain.
Right on the nose is close.
That's good.
We'll see where the yellows end up, but this potentially for 3 for Nancy Martin. Final stone here in end number 7. It's not easy.
Yep. Yep. Whoa!
That
Whoa!
was close.
Shot.
And that will be for 2. Didn't catch the back one, but nice throw there from Nancy Martin, and that will give them a 4-point lead. A little more breathing room as we head to the 8th end. Perret and Rios will need a big end to tie
After
things
my
up.
first one or my last one, I was happy with that. Yeah.
That's nice. Who cares if the furnace is out? That's doing it right there. I'm gonna have to lose a layer.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Let me turn up the volume for you. Ooh, it's almost too hot, huh?
There's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you warm and worry-free with the Advantage program for just one low monthly payment.
Guys, come back. I'm doing s'mores.
So welcome back to the eighth end of coverage here as we watch Nancy Martin's first rock come into play, and that is not a corner guard attempt. That was a freeze attempt, and it picked early and was gone. So not the best of starts here in end number 8. Mike Harris alongside Kim Tuck, and Kim, we talked about earlier, 4-enders can certainly happen in mixed doubles, but that is a tough way to start the end, certainly, for Griffith and Martin.
Yeah. Jenny really needed to make this one to kind of give themselves a chance.
Right?
Yeah, I didn't even get away with the hair last though.
See?
Yeah. Takes its time, remember, like my guards here?
It's going to be
There's tracks, so even a hair less, I think.
Jenny and Martin try to get 4 sitting in a good spot that will score.
With the 4-point lead, I mean, Tyrel can, after this is the 5th stone of the end that would be in play, so no hits are allowed yet.
15?
So definitely we'll be looking to start running that middle guard probably back into the stone top 12 on his next. In the meantime, it's going to
Soft, little soft release.
Say done, go. Yep. Yep. Yes. Hard.
Goodbye.
Take the front off. Yep. Yep. Open up this yellow. Yep.
Oh, this is a disaster start here for Martin and Griffith. A corner guard, and then another guard thrown when you're 4 up is just shocking, really.
Yeah, that was really light. Like I'm sure the ice is changing a little bit, but like, he was quite a bit light on that.
Yeah, Tyrel Griffith's going to need to make a couple of runbacks here if they want to win this game easily. There's still, let's not forget they're 4 ahead, but he's going to need to run that guard on the right back. But again, Perret and Rios, they were not in this game at all at the halfway break, and really still in trouble, but 2 misses here early. This is way out there. Missed the guard by a mile.
Needs to get it way back now.
We gotta hit the open rock.
Yeah, I think just even to here is good. You don't have to make the double.
Yeah.
Just anywhere inside is good.
Yep.
And then they freeze. I think that's the right call.
Yep.
Yeah, how much do you have?
I got probably about 5 inches of air.
I mean,
4 or 5 inches
if
of
you're
air.
2/3 low, you make the double, but I think we make sure.
I think we just gotta take the 1 and try and roll over.
Yeah. Am I sweeping?
I don't like the doubles there.
You don't? Okay.
No.
Okay, you want
Like
to
9 seconds and try and hit and roll right beside it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Still not going to do anything.
Just curled a little here. It's just an inch. Yeah.
So needs to roll to the center line.
I was just going to say he really needs to make this.
Well, a nose hit. I still like the run back. I'm surprised they're playing the shot, to be honest.
Hard! Hard! Oh!
That's good. Yeah.
Very nice shot. Rolled in nicely. Can't get that out in one shot. That's the key part of the equation for Martin and Griffith. and you certainly can't afford to try to run anything in. Both guards are red, so they need to make a nice freeze and then some sort of angle tap in order to get that out of play.
Not taking very much ice.
No, and the key on this one for Rios is just making sure that he gets it to somewhere that can't be removed. Whether it's corner frozen or not that important. Just get it buried. Rios has been struggling a little bit with his weight. This has got better line than his last one had. Pretty good. Hard to do much better.
Now they've got the there, so they gotta get another one in here.
What if you go this way?
Yeah, in-turn draw.
Yeah. So keep an eye on that wide red. You heard Tyrel say the one that's on the global logo, that black logo to the outside the rings.
I think it's better to go this way if we see this.
Jenny can come in off of that one to lie 4.
Separation, they can only see about a quarter of a rock.
That's all they need, probably.
It's tough to kill it like out of the house, right?
Yeah.
I like in-turn draw.
Yep. The only other thing is if we play like say this red into here, it opens up this side to get rid of this.
Okay. Yeah, I don't mind it. You like that?
Half a rock on that yellow red.
Okay.
I think I like that. Can I come sweep?
So trying to drive that
How much is it?
red guard off the center line into the one top 12.
I'm seeing half.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. It opens up the back one, so.
Hard to make it. It's famous last word. I was going to say it's hard to really mess it up.
Yeah.
Looks like if you make contact with the yellow, you should get rid of one of the yellows, even if you send it back
Sorry, people watching.
into the 4-foot area with the right weight.
Better if you know for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I trust you.
It's just if
You definitely want to take their time on this one. It's definitely an important shot.
The other thing that could happen by playing this is you could run it onto your own red as well. That would be the other disaster shot. Run it onto your own on the button.
So 2/3 is like right here.
Okay. You like that? Sure. Okay. Yeah, try and kill some yellows out of the
Yeah.
house. So. I like this call because it kills the yellow and it opens up the back yellow.
I
So.
agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
This goes back to what you were saying, though. Maybe, Tyrel should have been playing this on his first ability, like his first shot that he was able to hit.
2/3.
Yeah, I would have run the one on the right hand back,
just
like
inside
the
the
straight
draw.
back. And
Yeah.
anyway,
Doesn't do anything.
they've kind of gone really conservative. Like I said, the last half of the game, and you can see how it can come back to bite you pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yep.
It's hard to play conservatively when you know there's going to be that many rocks being played before you get a chance to do anything.
Slow.
This is already on the nose. Watch the red in the rings.
Good.
Oh,
That is so.
No, that was not the call. That was like a straight peel, but
So
that
bad. It's good.
so bad it's good. You would say. Well, he opened up the top yellow, the one at the top 12, which is helpful. But Rios is going to try to play the freeze on the one on the 4-foot right now, and there's nothing that Martin and Griffith can do not leave a shot for 4 if the freeze is made. So
Yeah.
other than playing a freeze themselves, which is scary. So anywhere in there where there's no double available is what Rios is looking for here. Get around that top yellow. And if you can ever corner freeze it on the red would be a great shot. And they'll have that in off the wide red. They're calling back 4, which is way too much. So that will leave a double on those back 2 for Nancy Martin to win this game.
Should just run straight.
Yeah, I agree.
I was over the top on mine. It's actually tight.
Yeah.
Nancy just taking another look, so she's fully confident in where she needs to hit it.
Well, the trick is, the that top yellow. You ever clip that on the way by? It's
you're
an
on
easy
top.
shot. So,
You got it. So
you need to make a good one here.
it's kind of like almost the edge
Yeah.
of the outside edge of the yellow.
Yeah, I agree.
It's right on that.
So, chance for a spot in the final here for Nancy Martin.
Straight through.
Not an easy double, but it is definitely makeable.
Yep. Yep. Whoa! Whoa! Get something.
Hit the back one. So there is a shot here for 4 now for Jenny Perret. She can come off that wide red onto shot stone. Chance to tie things up. Never a dull moment here in mixed doubles, Kim.
Nope, never a dull moment in mixed doubles.
And the winner of this game is going to be playing in the final against Anderson and Jacobs. 4 p.m. local, 6 p.m. Eastern. And Perret and Rios hoping to make this go one more end. For in off the red, needs about a quarter of a stone. The trick here is we have not seen many rocks out here at all.
No. And she has to throw
so
it really
it's
hard.
Bit of a fresh spot. So, but the angle's nice. If you hit quarter stone, you'll easily get rid of both reds. Just where to put the broom.
Okay. Also 50.
I would suggest that Martin listens to Jenny's sweeping call on this one. This is my first bit of advice for Martin.
That's solid advice.
There you go. There you go. Well, to go an extra end, Jenny Perret in the hack needs an improbable in-off to tie things up. She's working hard on this. A little too thin, and good try there from Jenny Perret, but it will be Nancy Martin and Tyrel Griffith hanging on for the victory, and they will move into that final against Anderson and Jacobs. And I said a battle here. Mike Harris and Kim Tuck. That was just a fantastic game. We look forward to bringing you the final coming up at 6 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. local. The final of the Service Expert Shootout from Leduc, Alberta.
Who cares if the furnace is out? That's doing it right there. I'm gonna have to lose a layer.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Let me turn up the volume for you. Ooh, it's almost too hot, huh?
There's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you warm and worry-free with the Advantage program for just one low monthly payment.
Guys, come back, I'm doing s'mores. Who cares if the furnace is out? That's doing it right there. I'm gonna have to lose a layer.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Let me turn up the volume for you. Ooh, it's almost too hot, huh?
There's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you warm and worry-free with the Advantage program for just one low monthly payment.
Guys, come back, I'm doing s'mores.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.